Coming up on today's Next Fan Up podcast.
The mustache versus the beard. I think the beard is a cooler look. And I think guys that grow mustaches a lot of times have patchy sides for their beards. So they just stick with the mustache.
I just want to know if you want to maybe defend the mustache or anything today, have a little fun.
Oh, no, man. I'll let mine speak for itself. I think I've shown I can grow a beard with no patchy sides. But I'm gonna have respect for my elders. Especially when they're much, much elder. I'll be respectful.
It's the mustache versus the beard. Here we go.
That's how we start. Yeah, baby.
32 super fans.
Where do the reports come from? Did you get an initial?
One PodVader.
That's football.
Every angle of the NFL covered.
All that kind of stuff, I get it.
This,
no question about it,
is Next Fan Up.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Hello and welcome to the Next Fan Up podcast. Hey everybody, it's PodVader here, bringing you your Thursday night football preview. We have the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You just heard what I'm sure you've heard everywhere. Gardner Minshew versus Ryan Fitzpatrick. Beard versus mustache. I'll just say, as a man who's had a goatee since I've been 20 years old, I'm sort of in the in-between there because I don't have a full beard. I could easily grow a full beard. But I don't also have a full mustache either. I trimmed down the mustache very, very small. So honestly, I think the beards win. Quite honestly, I don't think Gardner has a real battle with the mustache. Yes, people seem to think mustaches look cool, but whenever they highlight the best mustaches ever, they go back to Tom Selleck, Burt Reynolds, guys from like the 70s and the 80s. It's usually associated with porn. So I gotta say, the beard, way better than the mustache. However, in a matchup between football teams, who will win, the beard or the mustache? Let's get down to some of the nitty gritty. Now, the superfans were unable to record their superfan battle, so you are stuck with PodVader. And do I have any totally useless stats for you? Actually, I don't. I actually have some very useful stats for you. Let's start with the beard, Ryan Fitzpatrick. Well, he threw 0 interceptions last week in a Dolphins loss. He did throw 3 interceptions in the opener against the Patriots, also in a Dolphins loss. What has been very interesting about the evolution of the Dolphins so far this season is they made a lot of changes on the defensive side of the ball, but so far we have yet to really see those defensive changes take shape, still allowing 440 yards of offense per game, and still allowing 26 points per game against their opponents. And so far those opponents have been the Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville, on the other hand, while we've seen a huge exodus out of Jacksonville, they're actually 1-1 so far on the season. They did lose last week at Tennessee 33-30. So they've been in every game. It's a very interesting dichotomy there. Whatever's happening in Florida, apparently it's happening better in northern Florida than in southern Florida. Let's talk about the mustache, Gardner Minshew. Passed for 339 yards. That's his second highest total in his career, and 3 touchdowns last week. So far, he is among, let's see here. It says he is the 4th quarterback in NFL history with a completion percentage of 95 or higher, a minimum of 20 attempts in a single game. He passed for 95% in the week 1 victory, 19 of 20. But as he enters week 3, he is one of 3 quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson, with a passer rating of 115 or higher, currently has a 115.7, and a completion percentage of at least 75%, 75.4 to be exact, through the first 2 weeks of the season with a minimum of 20 attempts. So from a quarterbacking side, it definitely is leaning towards the Gardner Minshew. Vegas is leaning towards Jacksonville. They are 3-point favorites. Spoiler alert, the power rankings, which we'll talk about on the Thursday podcast, previewing all of week 1. The power rankings, which had a phenomenal week 2, probably the best week the power rankings have ever had. They are picking Jacksonville. Let's go to some more stats, shall we? As I already mentioned, the Dolphins are allowing 440 yards per game. The Jaguars, just under 400, 399.5. Their rookies are showing up. Clavion Chasen has a sack. CJ Henderson has an interception, and in leads cornerbacks with 4 passes defended, or rookie cornerbacks, I believe. I don't remember the exact stat. It sort of helps when you're recording these things. Maybe you edit that stuff out so that you don't sound like a complete idiot. But CJ Henderson leads all AFC rookies with 4 passes defended. So the rookies that the Jaguars have invested in, their investment is coming through already with those guys. Dolphins have scored 19.5 points per game. Jaguars 28.5. The Dolphins have allowed 26 points per game. The Jaguars 26.5. To me, the simple math is right there. It's about the offense of the Jaguars, way better than the offense of the Miami Dolphins. The two defenses are a wash. Jaguars are at home. Jaguars are actually going to have fans in the stands, which I think is another interesting aspect of this whole thing. I, too, am going to have to say, put your money on the Jaguars, and you can give the points to the Miami Dolphins. So there you go. There's your quick snippet Thursday night preview. We had the Not a Week 2 recap. If you've missed that, you can go back, check us out on any podcasting platform. We are available everywhere. And check out what we had going on there. Some of the best sounds coming after Slaughter Sunday. I'm sure we'll talk a lot about Slaughter Sunday on the Week 3 preview coming up tomorrow. I will have the usual suspects, and I believe Doc is going to rejoin us. I haven't heard from him yet this week, but I'm pretty sure he's going to rejoin us. I think he likes it. I think he wants to be a regular, and we're happy to have him. And I can tell you this. I've tried the maple lemon or lemon maple pork tenderloin, and it is fantastic. Oh, it was so delicious. We'll talk about that some more tomorrow. Send us your emails, nextfanup@gmail.com. You can tweet us at NFU Podcast, facebook.com/NFU Podcast to get those recipes from Doc that I was talking about. I believe this week I'm going to be trying those stuffed mushrooms, so I'm super excited about that. I'm already looking forward to game day, week 3 in the NFL. Here we go with Kofi Annan. There you have it.
Dear friends and colleagues, saying goodbye is never easy. I believe we can all feel proud of what we have done together, and through it all, you have maintained your professionalism and commitment and remained true to the spirit of the Charter. That principle.
We go out, we hit people in the mouth.